Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jens from Western Australia, and yeah, we're back for another episode of my Grow On Pond project. Yeah, I will turn you around and explain what I'm doing this week and next couple days. So bear with me, please. So we're back. Yeah, we're standing behind the pond, and as you can see, I already started lining a few things up to plan my day. So we got there, you see, that's a little pre-filter. You could almost compare like a miniature bead filter. There's no foams, nothing in there. The tiny little sort of media plastic is in there, sinking kind. I'll open it up in a second and show you how it looks inside. And it got a inbuilt UV. It's a high output UV sterilizer. And the beauty of this system is you can program the UV for 6 hour, 12 hour or 24 hour run just with pressing this button, and it has a little indicator when to clean the filter. I bought this when I first done my main pond, and I had a bit different filter system. I used them behind the skimmers, and I thought that would be a good solution. Have them behind the skimmers, pump through it, then through a box filter. Well, I don't know if I ever went into the details. The entire filter system was then too small for the main pond, and the box filter did not work out the way I was hoping. So I then ripped it all apart and built that new filter you used to see in the back there, that big multi-bay filter, and they were leftovers. So yeah, two basically expensive leftover pre-filters, but I'm now starting to reuse them because I'm going back to the system that the skimmers are independent, have an independent pump system, an independent basically filter. So I reuse them, and the beauty of this one, I can use the UV in it, because I had plans to use the UV, the Jabal UV light or sterilizer. I put a few months ago into the main pond to take that out because there were different plants, and use it here. And then I got a bit sort of unsure about my setup. I couldn't find a proper spot for that UV because it's so long and bulky. So I remember that these have quite good UV globes in them, so I decided to just go at the moment with this one. I ordered a brand new UV light or globe for it, and yeah, so this will be put in here. Down there you can see I'm already starting the mock-up for the pump, coming from the skimmer to the pump. I'm just mocking it up to see what kind of fittings I still need. I need a ball valve that comes in front of that union joint, and then to the pump, and then from the pump I will use these hoses, pressure hoses, to connect it to the pre-filter. The pre-filter itself will be 3/4 in the ground. Yeah, in one way, I admit, if a few people of you have closely watched me, I'm quite against forcing water through these small pipes or hoses. So you have 20,000 litre pump there. I would never recommend to push 20,000 litre through these 2-inch pipes. Basically, you just wasting a lot of power. Just go big as you can to push it through. Like I mostly did 3-inch pipes or 4-inch pipes. Use them and push the water through. less power to use, and you get the same flow. Anyway, because I'm only pushing probably 5,000-6,000 litre maximum through these, I hope that will not make such a big difference, hopefully. So yeah, these will be then connected pump, the filter to the pipe here, and then it goes into the bioreactor, and then from there flows into the little planting trough. Yeah, you see a bit of water. I'm testing a bit of the last week water in there. I was just seeing if there's any leaks. Started buying plants. So it's all coming slowly together, and I'll make a break and come back to you when I start putting this all together, and explain maybe a bit more. See you then. Bye for now. I'm back, and I just wanted to share with you how this pressure filter actually works. Just because I promised you to open it up and show you. So it's similar to most other pressure filters. It has the internal pipe that goes down, and in there you got a UV light. But in case of most pressure filters, the water will go down and then get pushed from the bottom through to the top. In the case of this pressure filter, it comes in here from the top, almost like a sand filter from a pool filter. So it comes from the top in, gets distributed on the surface, and pushes the water down onto these sort of bio balls. I need a few more. I put about half of the bio balls in the other pressure filter, so I ordered with the new UV light more of these. So the water gets pushed from the top onto these sinking bio balls. They're all interlocking, so all the dirt gets caught by these bio balls. And then when you back flush it, you turn it around, and then the water flows backwards through the pipe, comes out of here, and starts stirring up in a circular motion these bioballs, and pushes them up, almost like a bead filter of it, and all the dirt gets released. So yeah, this is basically the principle of this pressure filter. When I bought it, I was impressed about this principle, because you don't have any foams in there. They could deteriorate and you have to replace them, because over time we all know foams just block up. So this one, basically you don't never have to open it up and clean them, because you just backwash it. Okay, so this is that little update on my pump system. I'll sort it out. Like you can see, the pump goes there. There's a bore valve, goes in there. I turn it. Oh, let's get that out of the way. I turn the exit around so it comes sideways out. And yeah, that's basically this update. Almost done. Just before I wanted to connect all of the hoses, I just wanted to show you how this pressure filter works, as I said in the beginning of the video. Good. Come back to you when I'm going to the next part. Oh yeah, by the way, the next part will be, I'll show you quick. I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, I got myself yesterday a few tiles. Are these ones? Oh, like a slate looking porcelain tile. I need to cut them in the correct width, and they will be my coping on top of the pond here. So I'll share this with you when I put them on. Yeah, when I'll start that part, I'll come back to you. See you then. Bye for now. Okay, I'm back again, and I just wanted to share a little trick with you out there. So I don't know how many of you had the dramas of these hose tails and the pressure piping. When you put them in, they're a bit loose, and well, you think, oh yeah, we'll put these nice clips around them, hose tail clips, and it will be all good. And most of the time afterwards, it's still a bit leaking, and you're just trying to sort it out. A little tip I learned a while ago is just get a bit PTF tape. Just a moment, get this out. Just get a bit PTF tape and put it around the hose tail. You know, just enough that when this hose tail goes into the pipe, it's not wobbly in there anymore, not loose. It just goes, almost has a snide, a nice tight fit. It's a bit of a guessing game how much you put around. But yeah, okay, let's see. So now, let's see. Yeah, I think this will be good. It doesn't just flop in there anymore. Yeah, you have to now push it in, and this will almost, in most cases, will prevent you having a leak on these hose tails. I'll guarantee you this. I've done it many times now. I don't prefer the silicone method. I've seen that once being done, that someone smeared silicone around it and put the hose tail then in. I tried it, it didn't work for me. So the best method I found is this PTF tape. Put it nicely in. So it's not fit. There we go. And then just tighten it up. Okay, that was just a little thing I wanted to share with you. I'm back. I don't know if you can see it on the video or on the camera. Yeah, quite dusted out. I just finished polishing the corners of the cut tiles. Yesterday I cut all the tiles for the coping, and yeah, this morning was just polishing all the edges from the cut. So I'm not sure if you can see it right here. You can see all the dust on my arm. Oops. I always get confused with these cameras. Okay, so yeah, you can see it here. That's all, yeah, completely dust everywhere. My shed is full of it because I had to polish it in the shed. So, okay, I'll just turn you around and hang with me. There we are, back. So, all the tiles are cut and I laid them all out. So I'm very happy so far with all the tiles. It was pretty painful to cut them. Because I don't have a proper wet cut machine. It's pretty hard to get them here in the country to hire them. So I did it all with an angle grinder and dry cutting late yesterday afternoon. And yeah, laid them all out on the pond. They were not glued down yet, they're just laid out. And they haven't been cleaned, they're still dusty. So yeah, the next step is me gluing them all down with proper tile adhesive, and then yeah, I'm going to the next job. Okay, and one more thing, just to show you here the pump setup over here with the filter I showed you yesterday. Just a little advice. So I had this all, hang on please. Okay, one thing I wanted to mention here, I had a little leak, or I thought it came from there where I glued the pipe into the fitting, but then I realized that it was the PTF tape not enough on this part here, and it just leaked. So another little advice: don't buy the cheap PTF tape that's just a couple. Yeah, we get 5 for $1 or something. It's just useless. I almost used almost half a roll just on that one fitting there, and it still wasn't 100% sealed. But it's now sealed, and this is how the setup looks. Going in the pump, then into the pressure filter here, and then up there into the trough. Okay, that's it for me for now. I'll see if I'll probably come back to you when I glue all the tiles down. Okay, I'm back again. Okay, not everything is going smooth sailing here. This pump here, as you can see, the pump there, that's the skimmer pump I had underneath the planter trough, and it had a little leak. I fixed the one leak in front of the ball valve. That's fixed, and then I had a feeling there was a little leak on the pump before, and it came out from underneath there. So when I was fixing the one leak on the ball valve, so I took the pump, I put new thread tape on and put a bit more on. So just thought maybe I didn't use enough, and put it back in. And when I was testing the system, it was starting to leak again. So the ball valve was fixed, but then this was still leaking. So I got it out, and now I'll put it up here. As you can see, I just put this hose on so it can keep water in there. So I don't know if you can see it. I put water in, and it took me the better half of the last hour to get this sealed. And as it looks now, I cannot see any water dripping out. Before, when I was doing this, I put more thread tape on. I put, as you can see on the table there, there's a lot of thread tape I took off, put new ones on in different ways, and nothing worked. I even put silicone around the thread and then screwed it on. It didn't work. So the last one was, I completely changed my way of putting the thread tape on, and I basically went two repetitions of thread tape on the top part, and then I went all the way down and put at the very bottom about 5 layers around it, and then screw the thread back on, and right now it looks good. So yeah, just for everyone out there, not everything works 100%, and that is one thing with these cheaper pumps. The experience I made with the cheaper pumps is that the thread is not perfect, plus because the plastic thread or the housing is thinner than that from a way more quality pump where you pay much more money. I think you have an issue to get it 100% sealed. Sometimes it works, because I have the same pump I use in the main pond, and I used to have it in the dry, and I didn't have an issue with that one at all, installing it dry like this one now. But I had previous similar pumps where I had the same issue. It was super hard to get the thread sealed. So yeah, just a little one. Not everything's plain sailing here. Okay, now I can put it back into the system, and it should be now all good. And it's just that is the big advantage of having a union joint. You just can unplug the pump and just do whatever you need to do with it. If I would have installed that fixed, yeah, forget it. Good. Thanks for this one. We're back. Last update for this part of the ground pond. So I put all the tiles in, and yeah, it worked pretty good. It's a bit hard work cutting them. I don't know, it's hard to see these tiles. It's sort of a slate look tile or granite slate look, something like that. I don't mind them. I think they will fit very well to the pond and later to the tiles I put outside on. So yeah, and I sealed them last night, so they're nice and protected when I'm for the future. Here in the back, that's all done. So the skimmer pump is installed. It's now all sealed, no more leaks. I had a couple of little leaks here on the pre-filter. Had to tighten the hose tails a bit further up, and let's see if we get that on. I installed the controllers for the pumps. So let me get this tag off away. So yeah, so you got the two controllers for one for the skimmer, one for the main pump, and then of course there's the air curtain intake. I have to get the air pump installed. Well, we're getting there. Not long and we can put water in. Okay, this is my little update from the ground pond. So what I just did, I washed all the walls, cleaned everything, because the next step I have to do is I want to seal all the gaps between the tile and the fiberglass, so that it's all nice and sealed. Nothing can go underneath the tiles, any moisture. So yeah, well, this is this update, and I will come back to you when I start filling the pond. See you for now. Bye. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, like, share and subscribe if you haven't. Till the next time, thank you for watching.